Hi everyone, my name is Digvijay Parmar and welcome back to my YouTube channel Pick Up Pencil. So in today's video we are going to learn about operators in Java. So in this video we are going to start with what are the operators and operands in Java, and then we are going to discuss about what all types of operators we have available on Java, like arithmetic operators, and then we have relational operators, and then we have logical operators. And then we are particularly going to learn all these operators with the examples and in details, and especially we are going to focus on the arithmetic operators here, like the unary operators, binary operators, and then ternary operators. And along with this we are going to touch upon the shorthands and counters. Those are also studies along with the operators. And then at the end we are going to learn about how are the priorities being taken place into Java. Let's suppose you have multiple operators in one condition, how the priority will take place. So we are going to learn all these all this stuff in today's video. So let's get started. So we are going to start this session with the idea behind operators and operands in Java. So operators are basically nothing but a token or a symbol which transforms an expression, and all the variable or the values that takes part in this whole operation are called operands. So if you have not understood this so far, don't worry, we are going to learn this by an example. Let's suppose I have an expression here. Let's suppose p equal to m plus 4 into n. Let's suppose I have this expression. So these are like the plus sign and the star here, or maybe let's suppose here minus L. These plus sign, multiplication sign, or the minus sign, these are nothing but the operators. So operators are nothing but a symbol or a token which transforms an expression. Those are used for the arithmetic calculation. And the variable you see here, like the p, here m or n or l, these variables or the values are nothing but the operands, like operands. And if you see the equal to sign here, this is nothing but the assignments. Fair enough. So operators are nothing but the symbol and the token which transforms or change a value of our whole expression via an arithmetic calculation. Now we just learned about what are the operators and operands. Now let's move ahead and discuss about the types of operators in Java. So in a broader category we have three types of operators. Number one, arithmetic operator. The second category is relational operator, and the third one is nothing but the logical. Okay, so I'm going to start with arithmetic operators. This is the most important, and we'll be having a more focus on here right now because it's we are going to start it with the arithmetic operator. So the arithmetic operators are further divided into three categories. The first one is unary operator, the second one is binary, and the third one is ternary operators. Okay, so for now, first let's talk about unary operator. Okay, and then we'll come to binary and ternary then. So in unary operators are something when the operation takes place on a single operand. Okay, so let's take an example of this. So let's take a simple example. Let's suppose if p equals to 5, what is p plus going to have? P plus nothing, it will be again just 5, right? Let's suppose I say p equals to minus 10. Okay, what will be the minus p? Okay, minus p will be nothing but the 10. It is just, right now I am just using the single operator here. So single operator is not that important, but when it comes to in the form of increment and decrement, plus plus and minus minus, then these operands and the operators becomes really interesting. So let's talk about them. Okay, so increment, now we are going to talk about the increment and the decrement one by one. Okay, under the unary operators. So increment, let's take an example of this. So plus plus, let's suppose I have a variable called p equals to 10. Okay, now what is the value going to be? P plus plus. See here, so p plus plus, the p followed by two pluses here is nothing but another way to say p equals to p plus 1. Okay, and similarly if I say p minus minus, it's nothing but p equals to p minus 1, right? So what it is going to do is, it is p plus plus. So this is what we are going to, since the plus plus or minus minus is appended after the variable, that is why these are called prefix. Okay, no, sorry, these are called postfix. I'm sorry about that, because the operands are appended after the variable, right? And now let's take here an example of prefix. Okay, now if I say minus minus p, or I can say plus plus p. So what is the really difference between these two? Okay, so it's going to be the same, p equals to p minus 1 and p equals to p plus 1. It is going to be the same, but since the position of the operators, like the prefix or the postfix, it is different, then it makes a real big difference. So if there is a postfix p plus plus, then the value will get changed after the assignment, right? After the assignment. And if something is minus minus p, then value will get changed before the assignment. We are going to take an example to understand this more, so don't worry. Before the assignment. Okay, so value will change, the value of the p here, or the value will change after the assignment in this postfix, in the postfix case, and before the assignment in prefix case. So let's take an example quickly here in case of prefix and postfix. Okay, so postfix here, let's suppose I have an example of, I have an expression p equals to, okay, p plus plus into 5. This is an expression and the value of p equals to 10. So let's solve it. Now here the assignment, here let's take the p equals to, first we are going to put the p here. So p plus plus is nothing but p equals to p plus 1. So here, since this is the case of postfix, right, the value is not going to change immediately, because it is going to change after the operation, after. So since this is the operation here, so P is going to be nothing but the 10, right, and into 5 equals to 50. Now let's take the similar example here, the prefix case. Okay, P equals to plus P into 5. I have just only changed the position of these operators. In this case it was a prefix, now I made it prefix. It was here postfix, now I'm making it a prefix. So what is been happening, since value is going to change before the operation or before the assignment, whatever you call it, before the assignment. So P is not going to see, the P will first increase before the operation. So P was here 10, it is going to be here 11, and then 5 equals to output will be 55. So the position of these operands in case of postfix or prefix, that really matters. So in one case the increment happen after the operation or after the assignment, but in the other case it happens before. Now there is one more interesting part to it, and that might confuse people sometimes. I'm going to take one example, right? Let's take this example. Let's suppose A is given 5. Okay, now let's solve. A equals to, what is the value is going to be the A plus plus, this is just the postfix, and then the whole plus, right, and again the plus A. Now let's solve it. A equals to 5. So this is, we will all be able to clear our doubt in this expression now if we have any. So what is going to happen, let's put A equals to A. So since it's a case of postfix, A will come here as it is 5, but immediately after moving here, okay, so before going to this, there is a very important thing. All the expressions, all the arithmetic expressions in this situation will always be evaluated left to right. This first, whenever we are trying to calculate something, it will move from left to right. This is very, very important. So that is why A is here, and since it's the postfix, the value will not get changed because it is before the assignment, A plus plus. But the moment the control moved out of here towards the forward and it reaches beyond this, maybe this position, the A plus plus already happened because this operation is done. So now 5 will become 6. At this point 5 is nothing but the 6, right? I'm just putting it here, right? 6 intermediate, 6 is, A has already become 6. Now it came here again, since this is a prefix, plus A. In this case the increment will happen before A. So A was 6, it will become plus 1 and then 7. So see, you see the value was A for 5 initially, but after just moving these two operators here, it has happened 2 times. It has increased 2 times. A plus 1 here and then A plus 1 here. So the answer will be 12. So this is how we have to understand the prefix and postfix, and this is how the expressions are going to be evaluated. So since we are just discussing about these prefix and postfix here, there is a very common term which are called shorthands in terms of the unary operators, shorthands. So let's talk about what are the shorthands. Shorthands are nothing but really a way to write an expression with minimum letters, like the compacting or expression. So it can be, if I say A equals to, okay, A plus B. Okay, so it can be further said as A plus equals to B. Both are same. So this expression, the shorthand is nothing but this, right? Now let's say if I take another one, x equals to, if I say, okay, y multiply z. Okay, so this can again be written into, maybe this is not, I didn't take a good example. Okay, x into z. So this is nothing but x multiply equals to z. So this can be written like this, right? If I say a equals to a divided by 2, right? So it can be again written in the form of a divided by and then 2, like this shorthand, right? And similarly, if I say a equals to a and then this mod 3, this can again be written a this percent equals to 3. So these are nothing but a way of writing these expressions in a short way. So these are called shorthand, which we should be aware of. And then one more quick thing we want to talk about, the counters. Counters. So counters are nothing but a very simple concept in Java. Let's suppose you have a value, okay, int c equals to 0, and you are writing a program, and after certain condition you want to increase this counter, this c value. How you are going to write it? Inside the condition you will say c plus plus, right? Let's suppose this is the loop, all the time it is going and it will keep increasing the c plus plus. C plus plus is nothing but, I've already explained, c equals to c plus 1. So increasing the value of this variable by 1 is also called counter, and the way to write it is c plus plus or variable plus plus, right? And similarly, if you want to decrement a value of any counter, you will say c minus minus or a variable minus minus. So these were just the arithmetic one. Yeah, we just talked about the unary, and we'll quickly talk about the binary and ternary operators next. Okay, now let's quickly talk about the binary and ternary operators. So binary operators are very simple, wherein two operands are involved, then that conditions become as a binary operators. So it's very simple and we have already seen it. Let's suppose we have an expression called p equals to a plus b or y equals to x minus z. So since there are two operands are involved in this operations, so that is why it's called binary one. Okay, so let's quickly move to ternary operator, and this is very important. So ternary operators, as the name suggests, ternary means 3. So where we have 3 variables involved, or this is also called a conditional operators, where on the basis of one result we will be making a decision whether it's true and false, and there are 3 variables are involved. That is called ternary variable. So it's very simple. It's kind of if and else. Let's suppose you have it like this. There is a condition here. If the condition is true, do something, and if the condition is false, right, do something else. If condition matches, do this, and if condition doesn't match, then do this. Let's understand this with an example here, right? And we are studying ternary operator. Okay, so in ternary operators we have 3 operands involved. So let's take an example here. Let's suppose we have 3 variable int a, b and c. Okay, and let's suppose we want to do certain operation on the basis of some condition. Okay, so let's suppose we want to do if a is greater than b, okay, then do a minus b, okay, then do C equals to A minus B. Let's suppose our requirement is to always, we want to have always a positive value. That means we want to have a subtraction from a bigger value, the greater value. And if it doesn't match, else, right? If A is less than B, then we'll have C equals to B minus A. Very simple. So we have three variables. If A is greater than B, then store this result A minus B, and if B is greater than A, then store this variable this way. So in order to write, not to write this whole section and make it in a one single line, that can be done via the ternary operator. And the way we do that is we do it like this, right? So what we do is we see C, right, question mark, right, and the value of the first A minus B, and then if it is false, then B minus A. So this is how we write. So this whole portion is just replaced with this. What is C? C if A minus B. Okay, sorry, A minus B. Okay, if it is true, yeah, that is. Okay, so it will be C equal to, let me write this. C equal to, okay, if it is A is greater than B. Now this is how it should be. C equals to, if A is greater than B, if it is true, evaluate this A minus B. If it is false, evaluate this. And similarly, if I take another very practical example, let's suppose we have two variables, string, okay, string result. Another variable I have int, okay, marks. I want to write a condition. If the marks are more than 40, then result is pass, else result is fail. So how do I write it? I write it like this. If, okay, if marks greater than 40, okay, then result equals to pass. And if it is not true, if it is not greater than 40 and if it less, then else result equals to fail. Let's suppose we have this kind of. So next we want to learn about the relational operators. Relational operators are nothing but, we have already used them, like the greater than, less than, equal to, or not equal to. In the previous example where we have calculated the marks and result status, we have already used them. So now the next one are the logical operators. So logical operators are like the and condition or condition, right? So let's suppose I have condition like this. If I say if A equals to B and C equals to D. Let's suppose I have a condition like this, and here I am using the logical operator. So here, in order to move inside, both these conditions should be met. Both these conditions should be true, then only I will go inside. That is what the and logical operator is all about. And let's suppose I have the or condition. The logical operator, I have the or. So that means any one of these conditions is true, the pointer will move inside. So the or is, as the name suggests, any one of these, and means both of them should be meeting. So these were the quick overview about these one. at the end I want to quickly cover one topic. How does these conditions take priorities? Let's suppose I have a condition here, condition 1, condition 2 and condition 3. Here I have something called not equal to relational operator. Here I have and here I have or. So any time we have these three conditions, three operators in a one condition, the first priority goes to this relational not equal to, the second one goes to the and third one goes to or. Let's suppose this condition is false right here, the pointer will not even check these, because if this condition is not meeting, what is the point to check on it? It will just simply go to the else block. So this is how it goes. And let's suppose we have two conditions, like we have just and condition and or conditions. If the one of them is not met, the pointer will not move inside. So just to remember that the first precedence is not equal to, that means this relational operator. Second precedence will be for the logical operator, which is and the third precedence will be given to the or operators. So we have learned a lot many things today in today's video about the operators in Java. And if you enjoyed today's session, please like, share and comment on the video, and please subscribe the channel Pick Up Pencil. Thank you, and I'm going to see you all in the next video. Thanks a lot.